Good morning everybody, welcome back to CBD and Me. Sorry it's been such a long time, but the idea was that I took a bit of a radical, looked after myself, a bit of mind, body and that sort of stuff for the last 6 months. So this is my 6-month update of THC and Me, THC and CBD and Me, to let you know what's been going on. I've had to write a few things down. So I'll check on my cat, make sure she's alright. Yeah, she's over there. She's in there somewhere, chewing the grass. I had to write it down because it was quite a lot of information. I didn't want to break it down to small bits, makes it a bit easier that way. So currently on OG Kush as a daily. It's really good for daily. It's very uplifting. You can focus on it, but you still get a good haze. It's like nice and relaxed. It can be very good for chilling out, but no good for sleep. Yeah, so unless you take it straight away, get the effect and go straight to bed, then you're asleep, and then it works really well. I've got to keep an eye on my cat. If you take it and wait 20 minutes or so, you then become overactive. Your mind is awake, and it's really good, and it's no good for sleep. I was prescribed Blue Dream. Blue Dream is a really good nighttime one. It does chill you out enough to actually put you to sleep. I'm actually out of that, and it's actually quite hard to come by at the moment with the prescription over at the Mutu, so it's pretty hard to get hold of. Where's my cat? Hang on, before I go and stop my cat from disappearing. Okay, right, cat's indoors, I got rid of her. Right, where was I? Right, so part of the journey then started in July this year, so it's now come up to December, that's about 6 months-ish. I'm with Alternaleaf, and I'm with the Montu pharmacists. So really nice people, fantastic. You literally email, if you have a problem, email. Within 24 hours, they can write it out, or they just phone you. I even got phoned the last month because they didn't have the prescription I wanted. The lady contacted me, I contacted me, got it sorted out within 3 days. Perfect. So if you do have any troubles with the pharmacies or anything like that, just contact them. They're actually really nice people. So the price breakdown, so people wanted to know before, it's a monthly subscription that's £15, but that £15 covers all your doctor appointments. Absolutely everything. There is nothing to pay after that, except for the price of prescriptions. Now this is where most people are getting the ump with it. I say the ump because it's really annoying. So the prices for the flower, okay, is the minimum price I've seen so far is £50 for 10 grams. That's £5 a gram. It ranges all the way up to £150 for 10 grams. It is ridiculous. So most of us really, to do with finances, we always try and go for the cheaper options if it's available, and that's where the availability becomes a problem, because everyone is trying to get the cheaper stuff. It's not available. Yeah, so it's a problem. So therefore you're always chopping and changing what flour you have, and then you'll find one works really well. You go to one again, not there. You can be waiting 3 or 4 months, or a specific time they don't really give you it's to be confirmed. So you have to go on to something else. You find that doesn't really work. You then can phone them up, you can get it replaced, you can't send it back, so you can chop and change, but then again you're paying another £50 for 10 grams. Now I prefer to do mine 30 grams is a minimum I can use per month, and I actually substitute in CBD with it. So for instance, what I do, I'll get 5 grams of THC and put 2 grams of CBD with it, mix it in, because then I do get best of both. So I do actually use CBD and THC. Excuse me, it just means at the same time, so it makes no difference. There is a bit of thing, people saying, oh, you shouldn't do it, like, oh, it counteracts this. Actually, I've seen the effects work just as well. CBD for me works really good for my arthritis in my hands and the pain in my knees, and the THC works really well for the neurological pain in my back and in the old noggin, because it does actually make you, well, it makes me a lot nicer on certain ones. And other ones, there's one, what did I have a few weeks ago, a couple of months ago, yeah, I become an arsehole, and it just wasn't nice. So I was my temper wasn't very good, shall we say. Didn't last long. Now I'm on OG Kush, and I've got a more happy misdemeanor. It's quite nice. So anyway, right, moving on. So you have consultations every 3 months. That's good. You speak to the doc or a clinician or persons as such. It's really nice. You go through like what I'm doing now, and then you can ask them, or you can put in your prescription before that anyway. It doesn't really matter. just give them the feedback they need to help the research into getting everyone involved in this and make sure that it's really, really good and it actually helps people. And really, a lot of them are trying to get it fully legalized, so everyone can have it whenever you want and do what you want with it, because it is a beneficial product. And so we're going that way, it's getting that way, and we'll hopefully in a few years' time it will go that way. Right, so let's have a look then. Done the pricing stuff, so I'm going to hit page. Wrong way. Okay, feelings and bits I've told you about. That sort of stuff. Yeah, I've already mentioned it well. Hands and my head. Also, yes, it's really good for my stomach and guts, because most of the reason I was over here is I was on tramadol for, codeine and tramadol for the last 10 years at least, and it's caused major problems inside my stomach and digestive system. We had a scare a few months ago of cancer, got taken in, did the biopsies. Lucky enough, they were just tumours. So, just a tumour, yeah, thanks. But they're being monitored. If they get bigger, then they will be removed, obviously, and if they're fine, then just leave them as they are. I have a infected gallbladder because of the process of taking so much codeine and stuff and tramadol, but that's been really good lately. To be fair, the last 6 months it's really much better, 100% better. There's a few things that I have to make sure I do and don't. Like the last week, I was just with my little daughter playing some stuff. I turned around and in my back I was like, ugh! So I took an extra couple of tablets because pain relief. Yeah, it didn't good. It made me feel sick. My gallbladder started hurting. I was like, oh, what the hell? And realised it's because I then took 2 extra tablets that I don't normally take. So what I should have done is gone for an ibuprofen or something, or some sort of anti-inflammatory. So that would have worked better. But okay, just gotta be careful of that. So let's have a look. Dosages and stuff. People did ask me about my dosages. When do I do my doses? Well, I work it out the same way as you would do what the doctor says. So if it says have a dose 2 to 3 or 1 to 2 doses every 4 to 6 hours, then do that. But they also, because of the flower and the strength of it, it's probably not as strong as codeine and stuff like that, or tramadol. They said it's in as and when required. So that means then, if you take it in the morning as you do a normal dose, and later on you start thinking, oh, it's really starting to hurt, take another dose. Because you're not going to overdose. You cannot overdose on this stuff unless you like ingest pounds of it, kilos, pounds. That's a lot. So yeah, okay, you might get the symptoms that other people get: nausea, vomiting, don't feel well. But then there's other ways and means of getting the THC into the body and CBD. So if you don't like THC, CBD can do the same. Yeah. So there's other things. Remember, THC makes you go fuzzy and like, oh yeah, like painkillers, like head painkillers, like morphine, codeine, tramadols, and CBD doesn't do any of that. It just makes you, pain relief. Weird, but again, for me, certain things, my hands, my knees. So I'm used to it now anyway. Overall, then, what we're finding when it comes to the sort of stuff that I do need a 22% THC and above, and I need 16 or 18% CBD to work effectively for my from the CBD. Overall feeling, it's helped massively helped. Again, problems is because it keeps changing the flower, so it keeps changing everything all the time. So that's why I'm writing a log down to which ones I want. Again, always trying to get the same flower because that's the one that works. So again, just overview of it all. Then I'm on OG Kush at the moment, 22%. It's pretty good. Nicer a day, can chill me out a little bit, makes me nice and happy, still function the way it works. Now, finally then on that, when you take it, you will work out how long it keeps that high for. Now we say a high because that's pretty much what it is. It's a high, it's like a etheric effect as you're going around. I leave about an hour and a half before I do any sort of driving. That's in my motorbike or my car. Reason being, for that hour, I'm happy as Larry and I could do anything I wanted. I'm just going to chill out. No, I don't want to drive because it would be severely impaired. I'm not going to do it. An hour and a half later, I'm actually pretty much back to the normal. I can still feel, I feel good, I feel all right. I haven't got that haze anymore. I can see, I know that sounds really stupid, you can see, but when you've got a THC buzz going on, it's like, you can see everything, but it's all like, sometimes can be a little bit fuzzy, it just feels warm, and you just want to don't do much. You can go out and do, I've been out walking and things, it's been really, really great, but driving, not a good idea. No, don't do it. So I leave it at least an hour and a half and then go from there. And that's actually pretty much the same for the tramadol, to be fair. So everyone knows about tramadol. I take it, and then 45 minutes later, it gets into the system. Then it lasts for a couple of hours. So it's like, ugh. But THC and CBD, again, it's as in regard. You don't get any sort of come down on it. There's no negative effects. It all works really well. So if you're interested in finding out more about this, please contact me. Go on, say contact me. So drop me a message on Facebook or YouTube. That'd be perfectly fine, and I'll get chatting to you and I'll explain a little bit more, and I can show people what I do and who I speak to, and give them the opportunity as well, because there's so many people out there that don't know about this, and it's a shame because it is helping thousands of people. I mean literally thousands. I think now in the UK it's at least 10,000 people or something like that. It's crazy. It's a lot. The market has grown phenomenally since 2018 when it was legalized for patients. If you look at other countries now, especially in America, they are legalizing a lot of it, and it is working really well. Everyone thought, oh, it'll be all these. No, it's actually worked. They're finding other things that are working because the law has changed. But anyway, we're in the UK and the law is still as it is. It's only legal to prescribed patients, and that means from 2018 CBD is available to everybody over the age of 18, and THC is only available to people on prescription. There is some things about how the police work. Like if you go out, you must keep the prescription in its original container that came from the pharmacist. Because if you take it out, you look like any Joe Bloggs that's got illicit materials on them, so a class B drug. Therefore you may be arrested for it, or cautioned, or wherever it is these days. I personally leave all my stuff at home. If I'm going out with the CBD stuff, it is in its original packaging that it came from the shop, and I even have the receipts to prove that I bought it from the shop and all that sort of stuff. So then it's down to you and the police persons that are with you to decide if they decide that it is actually really THC or CBD. So there's a very weird bit about that at the moment, that they might not think it's legal, but it is legal, but it's not legal. It's such a stupid grey area. But again, if anybody wants any more information or help with this, please don't be afraid to drop me a line, and I'll have a good old chat with you. So again, thank you very much for being here today, and I will see you in a few months' time. Thank you very much. See you later.